Okay, friends, I am so stinking excited to do this call, and I'm actually re-recording it because my mom has my kids, and last night, if you were on the call last night, it was just like crazy town, and so I really wanted to be able to give you guys my whole attention, my whole heart, really share with clarity and purpose, and so, gosh, I just literally have goosebumps whenever I do these because I remember where I was at 4 years ago. I remember exactly what I was wearing. I remember what I was feeling. I remember all the doubts in my mind and the dreams that I kind of had buried in my heart that I didn't even want. I'm going to get emotional. I didn't even want to pull out because I was scared. But I want to share with you guys about this opportunity. No strings attached, but just so that you can catch a glimpse of what coaching is, what it has done for me, and to see if it could be a good fit for you. So I want to share, I want to start, and I'll get into FAQs, I'll get into details, but I want to start by backtracking, guys, to where I was 4 years ago when I was standing maybe in a similar spot to you, feeling like I was ready for more, feeling like our trajectory of life was not what we thought it would be. And so to kind of give you some backstory, I am not a personal trainer. I'm not a nutritionist. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. I have a master's degree in higher education, and my bachelor's is in history. I'm not someone who's ever played on sports teams or anything like that. I always love being active. But for me, this whole journey started after college. After my husband and I got married, I put on the happy, 15 pounds or so. And I never was someone who felt really comfortable in the gym. I always felt like I didn't know what to do with the machines. That was just me. And I never wanted to diet. I hate diets. I love chocolate. I love bread. I don't like to be told I can't have certain kinds of food. And even though I thought we were eating healthy because we weren't going out to eat, I look back at some of the recipes I was making or the Pop-Tarts that I would eat every day on the way to work and realize that's where that happy 15 pounds came from. So I did at-home workouts, Jillian Michaels, just never really got results. Fast forward, my son Caleb, who is now 6, he was a total surprise. And kind of picture this if you are a mom or kind of in the season of life too. We had just bought our house. We had just had a baby. I had just finished my master's program, had to go back to work when he was 6 weeks old because he was a surprise. And then my husband was working full-time and in the middle of paramedic school and fire academy on nights and weekends. So we were just so sleep deprived, so tired, plates were so full, income was so tight. There was just a lot going on. And I remember I literally didn't have money to buy new work clothes for my job. And at the same time, this girl reached out to me on Facebook Messenger. She was in one of those moms due date groups, and she invited me to do this at-home workout program. It's called the 21 Day Fix. Some of you might have heard of that. And I was like, sign me up. I put it on a credit card. I told my husband, I'm like, there's a money back guarantee, but it's $160 or whatever it was. And I just need to get in shape again. And what that program did for me is it allowed me to work out in my living room around my newborn baby in between my job. It taught me for the first time how to eat, how to understand portions. All of a sudden, I lost the baby weight and then some, and I just started feeling really good. So I did that program 5 or 6 times just in a row, popped in the DVDs. And my coach, the girl that I signed up with, I didn't even know it was a business. I had no clue. I thought she was just really sweet and did it out of the kindness of her heart. And she plugged me into this Facebook challenge group thing that I never posted and never commented in. I was just the worst client ever. And she kind of faded off, but I just kept doing the program. And at the time as well, I didn't do social media. I had Facebook and Instagram. I think I had less than 200 friends, and I never used Instagram. But I remember thinking one day, you know what? I know that people post their food and recipes ideas on Instagram. I bet someone's doing, clean eating too. So I remember hashtag searching 21 Day Fix dinner ideas or something along those lines. And I stumbled onto my mentor's account. And guys, like the classic stalker that I am, I proceeded to creep on her account for 3 months, never liking, never commenting, but showing up every day and being super, super curious. She was sharing her life. She was sharing that she was a mom and that she had these degrees and that she was still making an impact and an income, but present with her kids and getting her own health and fitness results and all this stuff. And what nobody could see is that I had achieved everything I wanted in my career. I had my dream job. I loved my team, worked really hard to get there. Ben was, doing his fire thing. We had our house. But what was going on the inside is I was so lost. I was so tired. And I felt like such a bad mom because I never wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. And we didn't even have the ability for that to be the case due to finances. But I hated dropping my son off at daycare. He was that kid who got sick every single time something came through, and I'd have to try to rearrange work and travel for my job. And it was just a nightmare. And I just felt like I was losing on all fronts. And I remember one night before I stumbled onto coaching, sitting in bed at about 10 p.m. on a Sunday, reading through online job descriptions and being like, oh my gosh, they're all for people with computer science degrees or these things that I don't have. Like, this is never going to change. I don't know what to do. And God just totally dropped this opportunity in my lap. So I proceeded to sign up as a coach after 3 months of stalking her, and I went all in. I remember talking to my husband, and he, being the finance guy that he is, read over all the policies and procedures and was like, this is legit, and telling him, like, okay, I'm going to go all in for 3 months. 3 months, and if I hate it, I will quit, but I'm going to actually legitimately make an effort and do exactly what my mentor is telling me to do and just see what will happen. And in my mind, what I told Ben is, hey, I'm going to get a 25% discount on products I already like. I might have some extra accountability, and maybe we could have an extra $50 to $100 for like a date night or just putting towards student loans or something like that. In the back of my mind was this dream that I'd be able to quit my job and be home with my kids, but I couldn't even verbalize that because it seemed like such an intangible. It seemed so scary and so far away. I did that. Fast forward 2.5 years of working this business while we have full-time working mom and having another kid going through a miscarriage in between them. I was able to quit my full-time job. I was able to be home with my kids. I'll tell you, it's actually a lot more chaotic working from home with little kids than it was when I was a full-time working mom. But we did it. And now I've been a coach for 4 years, and it has completely changed my life from the inside out. And before I go into all of the, like, what does a coach do and everything like that, I just want to share with you that taking this opportunity and really looking at it for what it is, putting aside any preconceived notions that you have or friends that you might have seen do it or things like that, but really looking at the gift that it is, the community that it has brought into my life, the girls on my team, and what this business has evolved in for me has become from one thing where it was just to give me some extra accountability and support on a fitness journey where I really liked to eat chocolate and bread and didn't want to give that up, but also still wanted results and to be healthy and strong, into friendships, into turning it into so much more. And now I have this mission and this passion in my heart, and beautifully the girls on my team feel the same, that I want every stinking woman and person out there to live their fullest life, to live regardless of the hard, regardless of the sleepless nights or the divorce or the depression or whatever it is that's going on, that you are an overcomer and you are perfectly equipped. You are fully loved. You are fully known because Christ lives in us. And for me, showing up through fitness, showing up through nutrition, starting to be disciplined, not like a Nazi with it, but disciplined in these habits and forcing myself to level up in my own life in these areas has leveled me up in every other area and has actually provided this avenue to get through some of the really hard seasons. And that is what we do as coaches. We empower others. We help other women or guys find, health and fitness, but on our team, we take it an extra level further. So we talk about personal development. We talk about personal growth. We pray together. We do devotions. We know that if someone comes into our group, I don't care if they work out 7 days a week and have a shredded six-pack if what's going on in their heart is messing them up. We want to go deeper, and that is what we're about. So as a coach, what we do is we share our stories. You might think coaching is like, have a shake. I love my shake. It's gotten me all the best results. No, that is not coaching. I don't want you doing this on social media. My first posts were actually like this and they were terrible. What we do is we share our life. We share our journey. I don't know how many of you guys follow me, or maybe you were invited here by another gal on our team, but we've gone through now 2 miscarriages. And this last one was about 4 months ago, and it was really brutal. It was brutal physically, it was brutal emotionally, and it was one of those things that I was actually able to share through. While I was stuck on the couch, heating blankets and infection and all of that stuff, processing through, I was able to share not about my workouts, not about my nutrition, but about God's faithfulness in that season and how I was pushing through and what he was teaching me. And yeah, I got up, I felt better. A month later, I'm working out and I'm sharing, hey, here's how I'm losing the 5 months of baby weight that I put on, and here's what this looks like. Like, I just like you would share a movie that you saw that you loved, or a great sale or something, you know, really cute you found on Etsy. It's just sharing you. That is what we do as coaches. So yes, you use social media. That's a big piece of it. And if I can do this, guys, because I didn't, like I said, I didn't do social media beforehand, anybody can. But you do share. You're going to share your journey. You're going to share the hard stuff. And if you look at my story, if you look at my posts, I've had a baby girl who I adore, who really at 2 is just starting to sleep through the night, just starting to. She's been so hard, so good, but so hard. And you'll never see me bemoan my sleep and talk bad about my daughter or dump about the fact that I have had miscarriages and struggled with that. I share about those things. I talk about that it's hard. I talk about that I'm tired, because that's real life. But I always am bringing it back to moving forward, to pushing through growth, to using the challenges in our lives, these valleys, as preparation for the mountains that we're climbing. And that is what we do. We need to empower others that they can show up for themselves. So many women, and I'm sure dudes too, quit when it gets hard. They quit when the baby doesn't sleep, and then they feel discouraged, and then they go eat all the chocolate, and it's a self-sustaining cycle that just plummets people into this downward spiral because they don't have that self-belief. So as a coach, you are sharing your struggles, you're sharing your real life, you're sharing what you are loving and what's working for you, and you're going to show up every day and help them do the same. That is what we do. And so many people want to make a difference, and they want to have a platform, and they want to inspire change. And this opportunity gives you that. Yes, we partner with Beachbody. Yes, it's this amazing company. But you did not sign up and become a Beachbody robot. You are you, right? You love the things that you like. If it's me, you're going to see me share about my family. You're going to see me share about my faith. I haven't actually watched it in like 2 seasons, but because I'm busy, but it would be like, I'd talk about how I, was super embarrassed to watch The Bachelor, but I still loved it anyways. Or I talk about healthy kids recipes, or a fun hike that we went on. You might really be like a dog mom and obsessed with your dog, or maybe you are like the queen of meal prep, or whatever it is for you. You just share your life. You just get your results and you rock on with that, and you connect with other women. And that is what we do. It's super, super fun. It's super, super simple. And yes, there are sales that happen. Yes, there are transactions that occur. Yes, there are invites being sent. It's a business, right? It's not wrong to get paid for making money. It's not wrong to make money by helping people. It's a job, but it's an amazing job, and you cannot feel spammy about that. And I think a lot of people are nervous that they're going to post the picture of the shake, and they're going to be all that spammy person. So on social media, as you're sharing your story, you are going to connect with people who are watching your stories. You are going to connect with people who are liking your posts or commenting on them as you start to share what's working for you and your results and your journey along the way. You are going to reach out to the people in your life who need help with fitness and nutrition, but because you are passionate about it and you know what it's doing for you, it's one of those things that you're not going to be spammy or sleazy in. And we plug you in on our team to this amazing new coach mentorship I have for you. It's about 14 days long. You could finish it in 2 days or 2 weeks. It doesn't really matter, but you're going to get plugged into that. And then we have a little new coach message pod where you are going to be put in with all the other gals kind of jumping in at the same time as you. So you have that support and community. You'll also be a part of our larger team page where we are all kind of sharing, hey, this is what's working for me, or, I have a question on this, or stuff like that. Then as you connect with people, you plug them into our virtual accountability groups. I like to call them boot camps. We run through an app. And this is where you show up in the trenches with them. And as a team, especially as a new coach, you're going to run them initially with your mentor coach, most likely. But we have all the resources for that, of what to say and what to post and all those things. So you're not going to be like high and dry on your own. As a new coach, your first month, your very first goal is simply to get your own results and to connect with 3 people who want to do the same. And that really just looks like, hey, I'm about to start this 100-day morning meltdown program. You know I need the accountability because you know how much I love ice cream, and it's going to be a struggle. Do you want to do this to me? Can you help me stay accountable? Should we do it together? Would you like more info? It's that simple. It doesn't need to be overcomplicated. Just like you would invite your girlfriend to go join a gym with you. It doesn't have to be silly or spammy. But there is an amazing opportunity here as well. And so for us, even though I had gotten results with Beachbody before, like I said, I didn't post on social media and I wasn't really sure what to do. But this income really did grow quickly to where after 2.5 years of working in little tiny pockets of my day, because I'm a mom and I was a full-time working mom, so it'd be 20 minutes here, 15 minutes there, getting up a little bit earlier, staying up a little bit later to get those vital behaviors done. But you really want to dedicate about 10 hours a week to working your business. That's really all that you need if you're showing up with consistency. And so I did that. And after 2.5 years of doing that, I actually matched my full-time salary and was able to quit my job and come home. And now 4 years in, I've actually surpassed my full-time salary by quite a bit. And it's been a huge blessing for our family. So know that as you show up with consistency, as you sow those little seeds of belief, of dedication, of hard work, it really does start to grow. And sometimes it takes some time. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but there is opportunity here. There's amazing trips, there's vacations that you can earn for your family, there's leadership development, there's all sorts of opportunities that you can plug into as much or as little as you want. So it's really, really impactful and powerful there. And if you're someone who's like, gosh, well, this sounds super great, but I've actually never used Beachbody before, that's totally fine, girl, you can start. It's, again, just starting by your lifestyle. So you do use our products, you do use the workouts, you do drink Shakeology because it's amazing and it will help fuel your body. And you're going to just start sharing that journey. Again, like I just said, someone being like, hey, I'm just starting this. Do you want to do it with me for accountability? I could really use the help. That's where you start. And so I know that for me, I was really nervous at first about, oh gosh, what will my friends think? And are they going to like unfriend me? And what will, Susie from college say and all those things. So to that, I want to say, if people can't cheer you on when you are making positive, healthy changes in your life, when you are shining Jesus's light, when you are sharing what's working for you, when you are sharing a community that's a real thing, they're not your tribe. And it doesn't matter. They're not the ones picking up your son from daycare when he's got another ear infection. They're not the ones trying to lose the baby weight and feel confident in front of their husbands again. They're not the ones who are trying to figure out how to juggle all the things and still find time to you. That's your life and you are in control of it. And so as coaches, we really focus on sharing our life, but also going deeper. So we do a lot of personal development. We do a lot of mentoring. We do a lot of pairing up with one another. And for me personally, that has been one of the biggest surprises of this whole thing. I came in thinking, okay, I'll get some results, I'll get a discount, maybe make a little extra money. I was not expecting the depth of friendships that I found in this business of other women who are like-minded and pursuing big goals and big dreams. I was not expecting to start to dream big like I have. I was not expecting to overcome my complete lack of confidence. I'm someone who hates change, like to the point where I took off my wedding ring, my engagement ring a week before our wedding and was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I don't just jump into stuff. And all of a sudden coaching has made me be like, yes, we get one life. Let's live it. Like, it inspires you in some really amazing ways. And that has transformed my parenthood. It has transformed me as a wife, as a friend, as a mom, and maybe people have misunderstood along the way. But I know that as I lead with authenticity and grace and heart, that comes. And so that is what we do. It's really simple. It's share your story, hold yourself accountable and get those results, and help other people do the same. And for me, when I started this whole thing, I was the self-avowed meal plan hater. Like, hated meal planning, hated meal prepping, was so bad. But you know what becoming a coach did? All of a sudden I had to level up and I had to learn. And now I love it. And so if you're sitting here being like, well, I can't do it because, those are just self-limiting beliefs that you're putting on yourself. I'm going to just shoot with you straight. When you start putting up roadblocks, those are fears If you're saying, I can't do this because I can't afford it, girlfriend, when I started this, we had just bought a house. Like I just told you the whole story. I didn't have the money, but I treated this as $1 million opportunity, and I showed up every single freaking day, and I fought for that business, and I fought for our family, and it turned into something huge. And so a lot of those fears of social media or what will people say or anything like that, it's just your own fear. The big one is time. And here's the thing, 99% of women who start this business start working full-time. That was my case. I was a full-time working mom. I think almost every gal on our team works full-time. And so busy people get stuff done. I think personally, the busier someone is, the more efficient they're going to be at this business, because they don't have time just to sit and scroll all day. So they need to get in, get out, get work done, get their workout done. And so again, time is not like you're needed about 10 hours a week. I promise you probably spend that much time a week scrolling Instagram, watching Netflix, like hanging out, just staring in the fridge, looking for a weird snack to appear. Like, you have the time. It's just a matter of utilizing it in an efficient way. And that is what we teach you in our new coach mentorship. So those things are all honestly just excuses that I'm going to call BS on because they were mine. And so I feel like I can do that with grace and love. So who we're looking for on our team, I don't take it lightly that you choose to think about this opportunity. And I don't take it lightly that you look at our team, but who we're looking for are go-getters. There are women who want to hustle, women who have big dreams, even if you're maybe a little bit scared to admit it, of freedom for your family, of creating different lives for your family. Like, I want women who want to have more, who are driven to make an impact in their communities, who are driven to share the good things that are happening, to be a light on social media and in an industry that can be very self-focused, that can be very focused on just your results as opposed to what God is doing in your life. I want women who are positive, who are willing to learn and not just sit and gripe about being overwhelmed, but are willing to take action on it. And if that is you, if you're resonating with this, if you're like, yes, I want that. Like, I am busy and I don't really know where I'm going to start. And I have some self-doubts, but count me in. Like, girlfriend, we're going to run. And if you're just looking for some extra community and want a discount and maybe just want help starting a health and fitness journey, you can do that too. It's what's called being a discount coach, where you get kind of all the coaching perks of like 25% off and stuff like that. You can plug in your family or friends if someone wants to do it with you, but you don't actually want to build a business. You can do that too. But who I'm looking to mentor are girls like me, and girls who I was 4 years ago. Abby 4 years ago, who was too busy, too tired, too broke, had a lot of self-doubts, didn't use social media, but just deep down felt this tug in her heart that, gosh, if I could help one other mom feel like I do and maybe start to create some extra freedom for my family, what would that turn into? And so I'd ask you to think about it. Our new coach mentorship is starting soon. I would love to connect with you, or whoever invited you to this call, to connect with you and kind of see if this could be a good fit for what you're looking for. And if you have questions, please send them my way. I'm in a completely open book. But our team ended this last year as the top 200 team out of over 500,000. We're headed even higher this next year. So if you want to be a part of a group of women who are running, who are honoring the Lord, who are creating an amazing community of freedom and showing up with nutrition and fitness and discipline and still having treats, this could be for you. And it's going to be a really exciting ride. So I hope that you're having an awesome day, and I can't wait to hear what you think about this.